Pomme duchesse is a classic of French cuisine from the time of Parmentier and first mentioned in 1746. Now I have some tomatoes in the garden as well as some basil, and I'm going to make Pommes Marquis or Pomme duchesse aux tomates. Basically, it's a confit of tomatoes inside of a potato shell. We're also going to need the following ingredients: potatoes, milk, egg yolk, tomatoes, butter, and onion puree. Very simple, very straightforward. For equipment, we're going to need a piping bag with a star tip. So let's start off with our pomme duchesse. Now, pomme duchesse is an enriched potato dish. Basically, it's mashed potatoes with egg and butter added. So we chop up our potatoes, we boil them. Once they're boiled, we're going to drain them and leave them steam dry in the colander. This basically helps them dry out a little bit. Then we're going to put our egg yolk and our whole egg into a container, add our butter to the potatoes and our milk, and we mash them. You could also use a ricer if you have one. And finally, we add our eggs, mash some more, use a spatula to make it a little smoother, and then we put it into our piping bag with the star tip, just like so. Then we get a baking sheet ready with some parchment paper, and we pipe our shapes directly onto it. You can make little crowns, borders, whatever you like. Then we bake it at 425 for 20 minutes until the edges are browned. Just imagine all the shapes that you can use. And now onto our tomate concasse. So first, we're going to remove the core from our tomato. We stab at a bit of an angle, about an inch. Then we take our thumb over the center and we rotate on the axis. This will remove it and you'll get a little cone shape that'll come out, core and all, just like so. Next, what we do is we turn the tomato over and we slash a little X on the bottom, just like this. 1, turn it a little bit, slash again. 2. Then we plunge the tomatoes into boiling water and blanch them for approximately 30 seconds. And then afterwards we remove them and put them in cold water just to help to release the skins. Then it's just a question of peeling our tomatoes, and then after that's done, what we wind up doing is we remove all the seeds and pulp from the middle, just like this. Take your thumbs and squish it out. And you should be left with something that looks a little bit like this, a simple hollowed out tomato. Then what we do is we just chop it into rough cubes, about 1/4 inch. So there we have it. Next, we get a pan on medium-high heat. We add olive oil. Then we add our onion puree directly in there, just like so, followed by our diced tomatoes. Give it a quick stir, and then we do a quick seasoning with some salt, just like so. And we continue to cook. Now, they're done. When you pull back and you notice that the water doesn't come back in and it's slightly thickened, your tomato concasse is done. So now for the assembly. We take one of our duchesse shells, like so, put it on a plate, put our tomate concasse in a spoon and just spoon it right in the center, and we garnish with a nice basil leaf. And there you have it. Pommes Marquis. Crunchy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, with a bit of tang from the tomato and basil. Now you can serve it with bison meatballs like I did here, or have it on its own. Either way, it's a French classic you should try out and enjoy.